Hey, I'm Scott Buell. I'm the CEO of Drone Legends. I'm going to show you today how to bring the magic of drones to your school. I created Drone Legends to make bringing a STEM drones program into schools accessible, simple, and doable by the widest group of people possible. When I started out, I looked around and I had a drone in my hand and an idea. I want to bring drones to the classroom. I want to bring drones to elementary and middle school students. But how do you do that? What does it look like? How many drones can you put in the air at once? What are the kids doing that aren't flying? Let's face it, everybody wants to fly, but not everybody can fly at once. So what are you doing? And after you've shot through a few hoops and you've gone through a few obstacles, like now what are you doing consistently? So there was this real need, and I looked around and I saw educators struggling, just like me, to create a program in their classrooms that they could run and feel empowered to run it. Because at the end of the day, it's about the students, but I know that I saw that it was also how am I going to run it so the students have the best possible experience. I knew early on that we had to include a few things. I wanted drone operations, I wanted programming, autonomous flight, and I also wanted the creativity. I wanted to bring the STEM in. But you know what? I knew that we had to create a system. So I looked high and low for the best team I could find. And I've been very fortunate that I've been able to assemble a great team of educators that have put together such a great program. And the program, STEM Fundamentals, it starts here. It starts with the mission guide, and we'll talk about what this looks like. But that's not it. There's the educator lesson planner. How are you going to run this? What is your roadmap, right? So what's the scaffolding for you, the educator? How are you going to run this? It's all here in the educator lesson planner. And this little book, I wish I'd had this when I started off, the operations manual. You know, when a student comes up and says, you know what, I don't remember how to change the propellers on my drone, you say, ha, don't talk to me. That's page 5 of the ops manual. You're gonna look it up there. So now you do that a few times, self-directed. The students go back to the operations manual over and over again. And this has everything from A to Z in it. So let's go back to the mission guide. You know, student-centered learning. One of the things we wanted to do is to create a program that engages students, not just STEM students, all students, right? So a student may be sitting in the back going, you know, I don't want to be a coder. I'm not really interested in programming. I'm not interested in engineering or technology. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want to be a programmer. Maybe you don't want to be a coder. Don't you want to be legendary? Don't you want to be part of this awesome thing? So when we set out to create Drone Legends, it wasn't just another ed tech program. There's this thing we call the magic of drones, and inside every child lives a legend, and it's real. It's about bringing out the best in our students, and it's about giving them an engaging program that casts a wide net, and then also a system that you can run. It all starts here with the mission guide. The student mission guide is really the heart of the program. This is a self-directed program for students. We want them to take ownership of their learning. Yes, you're there, you're providing guidance, you're providing structure, you're providing support, but you're not there to show them everything. This is character development. The kids need to go through these problems on their own. They need to iterate, they need to fail forward, fail often, and learn through those failures. So problem-based learning is baked into all the missions. This is scenario-based. Okay, let's look a little bit more at this. This again is a non-consumable book, so this is reused. People have asked us, why not digital? I'll tell you, you told us you don't want digital. The majority of people that have gone through this program love the books. There's something special about watching a group of students gathered around this book, reading. This is as much of a literacy program as it is a tech program. The kids are working together, they're reading through these challenges. They're being prompted to write things in their mission notes. They're calculating. I want to show you something here. We've got a mission where we're actually fighting fires. And our drones, they flip, right? So our drones flip, and it's so much fun. Who doesn't want to flip a drone? So we have this whole scenario here where there's a wildfire raging towards LA, and you've been asked to take your drone and toss something called dragon eggs, which I won't go into here. You check it out in the portal. But look at this, we're gonna fight fire with fire. Isn't that kind of counterintuitive? So we teach the kids the whole concept of fighting fire with fire. What are the mechanisms around that? What does that mean? How does it work? And then we're gonna have some fun flipping our drones. But it's not just frivolous flipping. We're gonna flip for a purpose. What we're going to do is we're gonna have every pilot flip, and then we're measuring that distance. And we're calculating the number of flips, and then we're creating an average. right? So there's your averaging. And then we're using that in a mission format, in a competition. We're gonna gamify this a little bit. And that is just an example, one example. There are 10 missions in this book, everything from Puerto Rico, scanning for hurricanes in Puerto Rico, to creating a movie at the very end using imagery that they've captured of koalas in Tasmania. And as fun as all that is, as magical an experience that is from all of the graphics, I mean, you look at this, it looks like a graphic novel, right? I don't want you to get lost that this has the academic rigor baked into it as well. We are Next Gen Science Standard aligned, we're STEM.org accredited, CSTA, we aligned to ISTE, Common Core ELA, and mathematics, underpinned by that whole social emotional learning, or what we call character development. So the academic rigor has not been lost, but it's still a fun program, and that's what makes it so important. These kids have no idea all that they're learning, and that's the best thing, because they're learning through experience. So let's talk about community. Community is important to us. When you enter into the Drone Legends program, you not only enter into one of the best structured, systematic STEM with Drones programs for elementary and middle school students, you enter into our community. You know, we've got hundreds and hundreds of students around the country and around the world having gone through this program. Hundreds of teachers. We've trained hundreds of teachers, not only here in the US, but also in Australia and New Zealand to run this program. Well, you're going to get to meet them. You're going to get to collaborate and communicate with them through our community app. The Drone Legends community app is your gateway to the Drone Legends world. It's also your gateway to the educator portal and your training. So you've got an app-based, you've got a web-based version, and this is where you're going to access the content that you're going to show to the students in your classroom. So you're actually going to be able to access the educator portal, have access to all your apps. You're going to be able to come in here. This is a growing body of content, so it's not just one and done. We promise you access to some of the best STEM with Drones educational content available, and it's going to continue to grow year over year over year. Right now, we're talking STEM fundamentals, but we've got some really amazing things coming up that I know you're going to love. But this is where you access the portal. Check it out. You're going to actually be able to get in here to all the different missions. There's your flight training. There's your fighting fires. There's your Erebus mission. And this you can cast through the web, through the app. You can cast that here on the wall, on the screen for your classroom, and show the students. You're also going to be able to collaborate with your community members. So we've got groups in here that you're going to be able to work with. So if you're coming back home, you're going to have our educator community portal. You got the Glide team, you've got Megan's Corner, you've got all these different teachers that are doing some amazing things with drones around the country. You're actually going to be able to join their community groups and interact with them. But you'll be able to interact with anybody around the world that's using Drone Legends. You can watch what they're doing. You can ask questions. Hey, you know what? In Mission 4, we saw that the students started to really do this kind of neat thing with the flip cup. Like they started doing something with the cup, and you go, oh, that was really cool. I got to see what the teachers in California are doing, and I'm over here in New Jersey. Isn't that neat? So you get to collaborate, communicate. This is a foundational program. We know that you guys are going to take it, and we've already seen it, and you're going to run with it, and you're going to build on it. And we want you to share that with us so that everybody can participate in the growth of this program over time. Are you ready to bring the magic of drones to your school? I hope that I've shown you what a great program this is. So how do you get it? You might be asking me, okay, I'm in. Where do I start? Everything you need is on this page, right? You can either request a quote. You have a few more questions? That's great. We've got people standing by to answer your questions. Just schedule a call back. It's really easy to do. We'll get right back to you. If you think you need to talk to us more one-on-one, just schedule a demo. We'll walk you through the program again. It's a real simple process. Our job is to get you up and running quickly and smoothly so that you can bring this program to your school. You are going to love this program. I guarantee it. There's nothing like it anywhere. Come see what hundreds of kids and hundreds of teachers around the country and around the world already know. Come see the Drone Legend difference. You're going to love it.